Hello, dear students. Nice to see you again. I hope everybody is great today. Lastly, we studied some sports and their equipments. And today, we will talk about adverbs of frequency and how often question. Let's see together. Adverbs of frequency. Emily always has breakfast at home. Always. Keep in mind, we will talk about it. Always. Sophie usually goes to school on foot. Not by car, on foot. Sophie usually goes to school on foot. She often listens to music after school. Often. Always, usually, often. Remember, they sometimes have lessons in the afternoon. Sometimes, okay? They rarely go to bed late. Rarely. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely. Now, they are never late to school. Never. They are never late to school. Okay, look at that. We have always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. These are our frequency adverbs or adverbs of frequency. Okay. What about their percentage? Always 100%. Usually, let's see. And never we have 0%, never, no. And we have 80% for usually, 60% for often, 40% for sometimes, and 20% of rarely. Up to down, okay? The most frequent one, always, every day. Think about every day. You do something every day, always. And it goes up, down. They are always happy. Look at that. We have they are always happy. We have to be verb. Am is are. They are always happy. Always they smile. To be after we put adverb. Always, usually, sometimes we can put other adverbs also. He usually watches TV after dinner. Usually watch TV, adverb plus verb. Now, please focus on this. If you use to be verb, like am is are, we use before frequency adverb. They are always, we are always, and I am always, she is always. Look at that. We use to be before frequency adverbs. And on the other hand, look at that. If we use verb like watch, he watches TV. If we use verb, we use frequency adverb before the verb, okay? Frequency adverbs before the verb. He usually watches TV. I often go cinema. She never goes to bed late, okay? Don't forget this. Let's see more examples for these. And we have also exception. We use every day for frequency. He brushed his teeth every day. Look at that. Every day comes at the end of the sentence. At the end of the sentence here. Every day. He brushed his teeth every day. Keep in mind, let's remember now, let's check what we learned now. Adverbs of frequency, we have always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. Always means 100%, usually 80, often 60, sometimes 40, rarely 20, and never no, none. Goes up, down. And if we use verb to be, we use frequency adverbs after verb to be. They are always. If we use verbs, we use before, okay? And every day at the end of a sentence. Don't forget this. And let's check this more. Okay. We use adverbs of frequency with the simple present tense mostly. They show us how often something happens. How often? Like that. We use always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, after the verb to be. Don't forget, emizar. But before the main verbs in the simple present tense. We have also Turkish explanation. You can read Turkish explanations here. Let's check example. I usually do gymnastics in the evening. Look at that. We use verb, this common verb. So we use frequency adverbs between what? I, you, we, they, and the verb. Okay? I usually do. Subject between subject and the verb. I am always good at football. Now we use to be verb, emizar. So we use to be verb before frequency adverb. I am always, she is always good. We are always good at football. You can use this. And don't forget, never makes the sentence negative in meaning. You don't use any not, no, or nothing, but never makes the sentence negative. I never go to bed late. We use how often when we ask questions about the frequency of an activity. How often? How often do you swim? You can read Turkish explanation. How often do you skip breakfast? How often does she read book? How often do they go cycling? Okay? We use how often question to get the adverbs of frequency answer. Okay. And also we can make a different answer for how often question, like times. When we talk about times, we swim in the pool 4 times a week. 4 times a week. And also we use times at the end of the sentence. Not like that. We always swim. We use between subject and the verb, but now we use at the end of the sentence 4 times a week. I train, you are a footballer and you train every day. I train 5 times a month. 5 times a month. Come on, what is the rule? For 1 and 2, we use once and twice. The other ones, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 9 times, 100 times, it goes with times. But don't forget once and twice. We don't say once times, no. Twice times, no. Okay? Don't forget. And we will define the time expression, hour, day, week, month, year, okay? Once an hour, once an hour, once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year, and you can make them more. Twice a day, twice a week, 3 times a month, okay? Like here, we swim in the pool 4 times a week. I train 5 times a month. Once a week, you can change these examples with these times expressions. Don't forget. So, we learned something. If we have an how often question, how often do you swim? You can answer, I always swim. Okay? I swim once a week. Okay. I swim every day. You have 3 options for how often question. Let's make another question. How often do you read books? How often do you read books? I usually adverbs of frequency. I usually read books. I read books twice a day. Twice a day times expression, and every, we can say. I read books every day. Every day. Adverbs of frequency times expression, every expression. You got it, I think. Okay, let's do more practice now. Here we have frequency adverbs: rarely, always, often, sometimes, never, usually. Let's make it in an order now. First one is never. So we are going from down to up. From down to up. Never. So what we can say? Rarely, okay? Rarely. You do it 20%, okay? And sometimes you do it 40% maybe. Sometimes. Okay, not so often, not so frequently. Sometimes we do it. And also often, you do it frequently, often. And usually 80%, maybe 80%. Generally, normally, you normally do it. You generally do it. And the top, always, the most frequent thing for in frequency adverbs, we use always. Don't forget. Okay, let's do some other examples. Put the words in the correct order to make a sentence. Can we do it together? Okay, and we have some sports words here, vocabularies, and we have also frequency adverb answers. Okay, let's check it together. Take place, years, every, countries, the Olympic Games, for, different, in. Oh, very complex. But firstly, you should choose a subject. Subject, what is subject? Ahmet, Mehmet, Ali, you know? I, you, we, they. Subject, you will find the subject here. What can it be subject here? Take place, years, every, countries, Olympic Games. I think here, the Olympic Games. After the subject, you can find the verb. Verb. What is verb? Go, buy, swim. Okay, verb. Here, what is the verb? Takes place. The Olympic Games takes place. Okay, now we can read it together. The Olympic Games takes place in different countries every 4 years. If we have every, we will put it at the end of the sentence. Every 4 years. Every 4 years. What is this? And also we can say this with times. 4 times in a year? No, this is not the same. Okay? If you say 4 times in a year, it is only 1 year and 4 times. But this every 4 years. 4 years, next 4 years. Okay? Sister skating twice the park, in week goes my. My sister. What is the verb? Goes. I see twice, okay? Twice a week. Okay, let's see it. My sister goes skating in the park twice a week. Okay, and we have how often. Now I think we do question. How often question? How often do, okay, we need some auxiliary verb for making question. How often do you, okay, how often do you go jogging on weekdays? Very nice. And we have also morning, usually basketball in I have the training. What is subject? I. What is verb? Have. And we have usually, don't forget we use usually between subject and the verb. So I usually have basketball training in the morning. Go she swimming with how friends her does often. How often? Let's make how often question. How often does we need and the what is we are looking for? Subject she. How often does she go swimming with her friends? Okay. And also we have doesn't more hours day she 6 sleep and then she. Okay. And what is verb here? Sleep. What? We have doesn't here. She doesn't sleep. Let's check more. She doesn't sleep more than 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. Okay. Let's do another example here for times. We have a timetable about Amanda's weekly activities. And there are some mistakes here, and we will find and correct these mistakes. Look at that. We have skating here. She goes skating Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. It means 4 times a week. So Amanda goes roller skating once a week sentence. There is a mistake here, not once, 4 times a week. Let's check the other sentence. Amanda goes cycling here. He goes cycling only on Saturdays. So this means once a week. It says Amanda goes cycling twice a week. No, it's not twice. It's only once. Once a week. Okay. She does karate every day. Karate here. Every day? No, just Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. It means 3. So 3 times a week. She plays basketball at weekends. What is weekends? We have weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekdays, and weekends, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, these are weekends. Okay, she plays basketball at weekends. Basketball here, weekends. No, Saturday and Sunday is empty here. So we will use on weekdays. On weekdays. You can use at weekends. On weekends also you can use at the weekend. But mostly we use with days on weekdays. On Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, don't forget. We can't say at Monday, no. With days, we use on. She goes jogging on weekdays. Weekdays means we have 5 weekdays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And no, she goes jogging at weekends. She goes jogging at weekends. Okay, dear students, today we studied some frequency adverbs, time adverbs also you can say. And also we try to answer how often question in 3 ways with frequency adverbs from always to never we learned. And also we answered with times expressions once a week, twice a day, 3 times a year, okay? And also we can make this answer with an every expressions, every morning, every day, okay? Don't forget these and see you on next lesson. Goodbye.